All right, let's talk Malik Nabers. Malik Nabers, we finally got to see some of his tape at the NFL level. Obviously, we've seen plenty in college. He was amazing in college. So how is it going to go at the NFL level? It's kind of funny. I saw on Twitter people were saying that the Giants have already ruined him, which is funny to me. So that's the question we're going to answer in today's video. Have the Giants already ruined Malik Nabers? I think you know the answer, but still, it'll be a fun way to structure this video, I think. Just real quick, letting you know, I do have a movie channel, if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. Jackson Kruger Movies, link is in the description for that. Have some fun stuff on there, like some tier lists and things like that. But yeah, anyway, let's talk Malik Nabers, starting off with the play you see on the screen. This is the play early on, which I saw some debates on, actually, so that's always interesting to talk about. It's going to be a curl route on a 3rd down and 3. It's a one-on-one matchup. All right, well, let's see what happens. Nabers is going to start this play by, again, doing what he did in college. He's so fast, he's so explosive. That's a lot of times what he would rely on, and it's not just necessarily in terms of blowing by guys, but you are very explosive, and then because of that, the corner has no choice but to run at full speed down the field, and so when you cut, you can usually get pretty open. However, here, I would say this Lions corner is doing a pretty good job at hanging with Nabers. Like, you see Nabers is going to come back and screen for a second because the Locke moves over, and was there a moment here and there where Locke could have made a throw and maybe you could have had a completion on 3rd and 3? I think so. I think Locke should have made this throw. I think, getting sacked was probably not the ideal play there by Drew Lock, and that's just something we're going to have to talk about in this video is, again, the whole idea of have the Giants ruin Malik Nabers already. The real way to say it was, should Drew Lock have thrown the ball to Nabers more? The answer to that is absolutely yes. This play was the one that really people got up in arms about. Giants fans in particular got up in arms about. Even the crowd was getting up in arms about it. Although I should mention, first off, just why it looks like this. I screwed up and I didn't record the play what I meant to, so I had to find a clip off Twitter and I couldn't find a broadcast clip. So this is by Steven Taranto, maybe is how you say his name on Twitter. So shout out Steven. I took it from there. But yeah, anyway, let's see what happens here. And I do have to mention, so Giants fans were getting very excited about this play. I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit. This really is just, it's a Lions defense thing, not a Nabers thing. Like, you see when Nabers starts this play, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good route. Like, I'm not holding anything against him, but, the reason he's so open right here is this Lions corner really needs to be staying further deep. He's, not covering far enough down the field. I wouldn't call it a straight-up blown coverage, but, that is the story of this play. Again, sorry, Giants fans who are very excited about this, but that's just the reality of the situation. Still, again, Drew Lock did not make this throw. I don't know why. Come on, give the fans what they want. It was actually really funny when this happened, because if you listen to the audio, you can hear the Giants fans get excited when he gets open. They're just watching Nabers. That's what you're here for if you're watching the preseason, is to watch Malik Nabers. Apparently, everyone in the stadium was looking at Nabers except for Drew Lock. But yeah, as for the rest of it, I'll be honest, I didn't see him get open that much. I just didn't. He had, a play or two that I liked, but for the most part, I thought that the Lions did a pretty good job. Like this one, it's a 3rd down and 9. It's, man coverage. You have Terran Arnold, the guy who's going to be covering him. Very good corner for sure. Also a 1st-round pick, so, isn't just a starter, but someone who is also trying to make a name for themselves right here, right? Sometimes you go up against a starter in the preseason, but they're not really trying that hard. They're trying to keep them, make sure they don't get injured, all that stuff. No, Arnold is trying here. It's a one-on-one matchup on a 3rd and 9. Well, let's see what happens. You're going to see a couple things. I mean, you do see Nabers cut really well, and that cutting is going to work at the NFL level. I just think it is. But right here, Arnold's doing a really good job of hanging with him. I mean, if this is the throw made in this direction, don't get me wrong, you could probably get a catch out of this, but it's 3rd down and 9. I don't know if you're getting more than 3 or 4 yards if you throw it in this direction, so that's kind of the issue. And Locke, believe it or not, does not throw it in that direction. Instead, decides to throw it directly to a Lions defender. So, again, take a drink every time Drew Lock doesn't throw it to Malik Nabers. It is what it is. But still, you could have seen him get a little bit more open on plays. I think that's reasonable to say. Not to say he didn't have his moments. He certainly did. But I do see some Giants fans kind of saying that their perspective of it was that Malik Nabers was open consistently and Locke was missing him. Not really what I saw. I saw him getting open sometimes and not getting open other times, and Locke never throwing it to him. So it's still a bad job by Locke, but yeah. Also, one other thing, and again, this is just kind of the why you have young players play into preseason. This is the NFL game moving a little bit faster than the college game type of stuff. It's going to be a running play. He is supposed to be blocking on this play. You see the guy who he's supposed to be blocking. But when it begins, he kind of takes a bad angle and kind of moves too far forward. And by this point, he's in a bad spot. He can't block this Lions defender because if he did, it would be a penalty at this point. It'd be a block in the back. So because of that, the Lions defender gets past him and doesn't make the tackle. Good cut by the Giants halfback. But again, not the ideal play by Malik Nabers, right? I think that's reasonable to say. But all that being said, even though I have my more negative thoughts towards Nabers than I guess some other people will have, all these things are fine. Like, nothing I saw, I'm a huge Malik Nabers fan. I'm still just as big of a Malik Nabers fan, so don't take it the wrong way. I think that he had some rookie mistakes, and I think this is why you have your rookie players play in the preseason. They're going to have to realize, oh, I don't get a beat right after the ball is snapped to figure out how this play is going. I have to go now. I have to move as quickly as I can. It doesn't matter that you're one of the fastest guys on the field, even still at the NFL level. The guys now are not that far behind you, so you got to go quickly. And that's just something he's learning, and that's good to make the mistakes now so you don't make them once the regular season rolls around. So, again, we still saw some good routes, even some of the times that he was like that Terran Arnold route, or the play where Arnold covered him pretty well, I thought was a pretty good route by Nabers. I just thought Arnold was also doing a pretty good job at covering him. So, like, I'm not like that mad at it necessarily. So, and again, even though there was a play where it was really, he kind of got open due to the defensive structure as opposed to just a great route by him, like, it was still a good route by him. So if we're just measuring the routes are pretty good, I thought. Again, I think the blocking play wasn't ideal to me, and there was a couple other, like, could be moving a little bit quicker type plays, but as a whole, yeah, I think not the exciting performance that you wanted to see, but I guess to answer the question I posed at the beginning of the video, are the Giants already rooting Malik Nabers? Like, yeah, of course. No, I'm kidding. Of course not. Drew Lock probably should have looked his way a little bit more. It would have been more fun for the fans, at the very least, to look his way a little bit more. And honestly, I do think that they should have thrown the ball to him more. I think that should have been part of the plan, was, hey, he's someone we want to, we want to see him get tackled, right? Let him get tackled a time or two. At least throw like a screen pass, kind of get him into the feel of how this stuff is going to work. Would have made sense to me. So a little bit weird there, but yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on Malik Nabers in his first performance, where he had more tackles than catches, which is unfortunate, but I still think he has a bright future, obviously. It'd be insane to freak out because he didn't have a catch in a preseason game when he still should have had at least a couple. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.